Why do y'all kick out your kids when they turn 18? My kids are always welcome in my home, no matter how old they become. Exclamation mark. Most of us don't. Woman shrugging. Medium light skin tone. My 20 and 18-year-old sons live at home still, and likely will through college, and potentially longer based on the job and housing market. The same was true for both myself and my partner when we were younger. I didn't move out of my childhood house until I moved in with my husband actually. They don't. It's very uncommon. I moved out at 20 just because I could, but I could have moved back home anytime I wanted. Hell, I'm 40 and I could call my mom and move back in with my wife and kids tonight if I asked. It's not the way it used to be where you were married with 3 kids and 5 years into your career by 25. More people live with their parents at 30 than move out at 18. My parents were assholes, that's really about all there was to it. I agree with you, chat about games. I think you have a skewed perception of the US culture. A majority of people do not just flip a switch and cut off all support and kick out their kids as soon as they turn 18. There are some people who do that, but it's a small minority of Americans that do it. Most parents will wait for, help their kids make some plans to get out of the house, like get their own job, get accepted into a college, get an apartment lined up, or something else. In fact, depending on where you check, it is generally estimated that around 4,060% of Americans between 18 and 30 years old still live with their parents. 62% of recent high school kids are enrolled in college. So their version of being kicked out is really just going to school but coming back home for summers. This percent varies by state a lot. 2% head off the military. It may be that the rest of the parents see this as kids leaving the house, and if the kid has chosen not to go to college or the military, they too should plan on leaving the house. Some kids can't wait to get out of the house. In the end, the percent actually kicked out of the house may be very small. It's rare. And now that young adults can't take care of themselves, it's even rarer. Got 20-30-year-olds moving back in with their parents. Who does that? Few parents actually do that. You only hear about remarkable things because they are remarkable. Very few people actually kick their kids out at 18. It's mostly a joke in sitcoms like that 70s show. When you graduate high school, you are expected to transition to being an independent adult. That means either getting a full-time job or going to college. It's actually not very common. My daughter is 21 and all her friends who aren't still in college live at home. She is the only one with her own place. In my experience, the vast majority of kids who get kicked out at 18 are the ones that are out of control or disrespect their parents. And in those cases, I agree to show them the door. It's not an American thing. At least not among the people I've known. I'm 55. I don't know anyone who was kicked out at 18. Most people I know went away to college, but were still supported by their parents. Even after graduating college, some kids live with their parents until they've found jobs and can afford to move out. The vast majority of American parents don't kick their kids out when they turn 18. The ones who do are either bad parents, or they have bad kids. Most parents help their kids to become independent. Most kids move out when they think they're ready. But why do so many American parents kick their kids out of home when they turn 18? Or stop supporting them? News to me. At 18, most kids are going to college, which their parents are paying for. The only people I know getting kicked out that young are queer with abusive families. I don't know anyone who has kicked their kid out at 18. My family is from Argentina. I was born in the United States. I lived CA and Florida, and both places I had friends growing up that were charged rent or kicked out because they didn't want to pay rent. I'll get downvoted for this, but I'm talking strictly from observational experience. It was only my white friends whose parents were charging them rent. When I moved out because I wanted to, my mom cried. In Argentina, it's common to only move out when you are ready to have a family of your own. I don't understand how parents can charge their kids rent. It's one thing if it's a small amount to teach them financial responsibility, but I'm not talking about that. In my theory, I think it's financially motivated because mom and dad got too comfortable with the credit card, racked up debt, and want to justify shaking their kid down for money. Recently saw something that said the origin of this stems from forcing people to make money and spend money as soon as possible. Rent, get a job, bills, have kids. And that made me think a little differently about it. I left at 19 and my parents told all 4 of us girls that once we leave, we can never come back. And they've stuck to it. About 12 years ago, my husband and I went through a rough patch and separated. I asked if me and our 2 children, they were 3 Mo and 3 Yo at the time, could come stay, and they told me no. I ended up staying with my aunt and uncle. My husband and I eventually mended things and I went back home, but yeah. My kids know they will always have a home to come to. I don't care if they're 15 or 50. Our door is always open to them, red heart. Why do you think this is what happens in the US? It's very rare. But why do so many American parents kick their kids out of home when they turn 18? Or stop supporting them? They don't.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.